Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Play The Wolf Among Us. If you remember from last time, we found the hotel room that Lily was killed in. We uncovered the clues to the scene to realize someone was obsessed with Snow White and was making her act out the scene where Snow is brought back from her slumber. And then we discovered incriminating photos suggesting that that person was none other than Ichabod Crane. He smashed the magic mirror and potentially made a dash for it, and now we're left to pick up the pieces, literally and metaphorically. Let's begin episode 3, A Crooked Mile.
Our stories used to be so simple. We had a beginning, a middle, and an end. But ever since we moved to this awful city, everything's gotten so confused.
Look, I didn't kill anyone. And I'm supposed to just believe you.
I think Crane brought messed up his story with him.
I just want you to be careful. I almost lost you once, and...
I'm not yours to lose. I'm not going to be an errand girl for Crane anymore.
She looks like...
I do appreciate how Snow is maturing through the story.
Her sister Lily.
She was looking to pay down debt. Eventually, the only people she owed were at her work. You know, that shithole club, the pudding and pie.
My name is Nerissa.
Well, Nerissa, I've got some questions. The open arms.
Oh my god. What is it?
It's Crane.
Yep. That was a pretty good cliffhanger, I have to say. That's the kind of slack-armed fist clenching it means. It's definitely about punching time.
That motherfucking piece of shit.
Crane? Ugh. God, you think you know a person. Bigby, you have to tell her.
I know.
According to his book of entries, he was kind of a creep for a while.
What'd you find up there? You know, other than the...
I just need to find Snow.
We're going to try to keep a lid on this.
What's going on?
Shit!
Crane's been... Oh, Bigby, calm down. Everything's going to be fine, okay? It's going to be fine.
Will someone please explain this to me?
Crane has been stalking Snow White. The room is covered in evidence.
Crane might be following Snow. If I can find her, I can... God damn it!
Okay, it's going to be okay. Where did you see her last? Did she say where she was going?
She took Holly to the business office to prepare for the funeral.
Uh-oh.
Holly's funeral?
Yeah.
How do you know?
I was just at the Trip Trap, and I heard Gren telling some folks about a funeral at the Buckingham
the
Bridge.
Trap? Are you drinking?
When?
Right now.
Yeah,
They're on their way out.
And why was he here after this?
Bigby!
So, the nice Bigby run, or good Bigby, I
Wait.
guess if you want to say, we're not nice ever, is all about keeping control. And boy is attempting to lose it right now.
Snow's been through a lot. There are things she doesn't talk about. Just please be careful when you tell her. And you should tell her. But
What are you trying to say?
you know how you felt when you saw that picture? Well, it's going to be much worse for her. Just remember that.
Yeah, Snow has got a past of some kind with stalkers, and actually Beauty does too. I mean, she mentioned knowing that that kind of stalking doesn't end or get better. So again, as I said, this is all about keeping control. It would be very easy to have yelled out to Beast, "Oh, Crane's the killer for sure," but we don't actually know that yet. He sure looks like he's involved, but all we know is he was stalking Snow. It may have been someone else who arranged that scene, left the photos, anything like that. Obviously, Jerk Bigby's going to be doing things differently. I'm a big fan of this scene, so I'm going to be more or less quiet and get out of the way. Incidentally, Prince Lawrence would be here if we'd saved him.
I won't offend you by claiming one day that the pain of losing Lily will ever subside. I know as well as you that it will never subside. But I also know that the memory of Lily will sustain as well.
It's
And
the
it
nice
will,
thing to do to leave
in
them be.
time, equal in strength to our mourning her
Looks like we've
loss.
got some of the
And it is in that
prostitutes
spirit
there.
that I'd like to talk
Gren,
about what you've all been so grateful to share with
Holly.
me. Your memories of her. How she could
call
be
her Horned Helmet.
stubborn and patient, rash and thoughtful. How she carried a torch for the old ways, for tradition, for pageantry. And most of all, it seems
I'll miss
how
worrying about you.
Lily loved,
I'll miss our fights.
dearly loved her
I'll miss
friends
you.
and family.
Holly.
She loved being around
I
them.
really love this
in
small
good times
insular
and
community.
bad. I never met Lily.
Now you will never
from
die from
what I've been
indifference
told.
or lead a
I know
tedious
in my
life.
heart that she
Goodbye,
would have liked
sweetheart.
to be here tonight.
Thanks for everything.
And now we'll have
Vivian.
a moment of silence. Thank you.
You were a big, bright, shining star in this shithole of a town. And I miss you already. Gren.
Bigby, is everything okay?
Yep, we waited for Snow to finish.
No, not you.
What's wrong with us?
Holly, it's...
He wasn't fucking invited.
Oh,
Holly, wait.
He
Sorry.
has no right to be here. Not after what he did.
what did I do?
Holly, I'm sorry, but I had to come.
You throw my sister down the witching well, and
What?
you have the nerve to show your face here? After you lie? After you promise me?
Oh, man.
Holly, wait. That was Crane. Just Crane. He disposed of Lily's body before Bigby could do anything about
What a
it.
jerk.
I'm telling you the truth.
Don't cover for him.
But this genuinely wasn't his fault.
You can't tell me Bigby gives a shit about this.
Polly, it's gonna be okay.
I'm sorry, Holly. I didn't know he put her down the witching well.
Bigby cares, Holly. He's trying to help. And I'm sure he has a very good reason for being here.
Boy,
This
do
one
I.
isn't on him.
Why are you here anyway? And don't say it's because you care about this.
Everything okay?
I'm here to talk to Snow.
Oh, really?
Yes, Holly, this is serious.
Okay, look. Bigby and I are going to have a little chat far away from the ceremony, all right?
I didn't want to outright
Holly,
lie.
I know how this must
No,
I
you
think
don't
that, you
know
know-
how this must feel. You have no idea. Don't
At the
fuck
same
anything
time-
up. Don't bother anybody. And when the
Okay.
first sign of trouble comes, and it will come because you're a goddamn walking trap for it, I want you the fuck out of here. You
Got
hear
it.
me?
Of course. Won't even know I'm here.
Let's just continue, okay?
This is such total fucking bullshit.
Let's
This is
go,
a-
Holly.
Pretty friggin' bad funeral.
It's your
The
turn
body's
to talk.
disposed of, and that was super important for them. Not only that, we're here, and we're not exactly the welcome guest at this point. But I think Gren noticed that we're trying to be good.
This better be wildly important. It's been
Oh,
hard
it
enough
is.
making a connection with these people. When you pull this kind of stuff, it just resets the clock.
Lily was Crane's prostitute. I followed a lead to this shithole motel, the Open Arms. Crane had a room there, and he's been taking prostitutes, or at the very least Lily, and making her look like you while he was, you know.
This is... I don't even know what to say right now. I really don't. I'm just trying everything I can right now to not picture it.
I'm sorry, Snow. And I'm sorry I had to be the one to tell you.
You're sure this is what happened? This is what he's been doing? Because please, Bigby, don't confuse things. Deposing Crane would be the next step. And if we get this wrong, it would mean more
Yeah,
than
don't
your
flash
jobs.
it in front of her
We'd get
face, you
kicked
jerk.
out of Fabletown for messing all of this up so badly.
Crane has been taking photos, Snow. Lots of photos.
Photos that show him...
He's been recording his visits with Lily.
God. Look, let's go back to the business office. I doubt Crane's there at this hour, but We need to talk, and this isn't the place.
Snow?
Nerissa, what is it?
I'm sorry, but Holly's asking for you.
Are they starting the burn?
Yes. Everyone who spoke should really be present for this part. She's kind of distraught. You're not leaving yet, are you?
2 minutes. I don't mean to be...
No, I understand.
It's just that something's
Yeah,
come
of
up.
course you can go.
No, I get it. Take your time.
It won't take long.
How'd
Well,
it
we
go?
managed that with at least
Back
some
in the
tact.
hotel. Did you find anything?
Oh, yes.
No?
I did. It helped a lot. Thanks.
Nerissa!
Yeah, coming!
It's interesting. She didn't seem pleased. Of course, maybe there wasn't good stuff to see there, so I guess we can't really expect her to.
Constable. Wait,
Uh-oh.
easy now, girl. You know how this goes. The first thing in a visit, you say, how do you do? How do you do? That way, it's proper.
Now is really not the time for whatever you Jergovs are planning to do.
Well, isn't that the thing of it? Plans. Except it isn't our plans you should be concerning yourself with. We'll snip to the chase for all sakes. A little bird told us that you're fit to go after Crane. And you see, we have an interest in that particular boy. So you leave Crane alone, and we'll leave you alone. Just take a little vacation is all. Don't even have to go anywhere. Just sit in your office
Oh,
and whistle to
man.
heaven for a few short days.
You're trying to pull this shit at a funeral? We can deal with this later.
No, not later. Later's too late. Right now. So what's it gonna be? We have a deal? You leave Crane alone, and we leave you to yours?
What, you friggin' kidding me? No way.
Speak your mind. Fastly now. What's it gonna be?
You think this act you got going scares me? 'Cause it doesn't.
Always wanting to do things the fun way.
Ladies, gentlemen, invertebrates, please, rest easy. This is not...
What the hell is going on?
What's happening?
Very sorry to impose, but we only had a deal to work out with Bigby. And we're unhappy to report that things did not go as smoothly as planned.
Bigby, what is he talking about?
Never you mind that, it ain't any of your...
What deal?
See, again, we could out Crane, but man, this is gonna get everybody
Yeah, everyone
hunting
just
for
stay
his
where
blood.
You are. Nice and natural.
I'm not making any deal with you. So just get the fuck out of here and leave these people alone.
Nah.
Yeah, this was the wrong place to pull this,
What
Tweedles.
did I say?
Ollie?
Think you motherfuckers could come here uninvited? You think you can just fucking interrupt Lily's funeral?
Calm down, darling. It was just a simple business transaction.
You fucking freaks are not getting away with this.
Holly, don't move!
Yeah, listen to your lady, love.
It's not worth it, Holly. They'll leave on their own.
Yeah, let's spare all the fuss. It's just a dead hole.
I'm gonna kill you!
They must have wanted that conflict.
Molly!
Oh, dang.
I got it done.
Well, they're not helpless, the Tweedles. But dang, this funeral sucks. Oh, Holly. Lily. Sheesh. I'm not sure one shotgun blast is going to put her down. But still. So what I appreciate about that was you do start to slowly see the team of Snow and Bigby begin cracking into that community a little bit. Just this real insular, but sort of downtrodden community, this self-supporting thing. I mean, Gren's a mainstay of it for sure. Holly and Lily were very important in it, obviously. The prostitutes, at least some of them, who were working for Georgie. So they're really caught between these two big forces. There's the Fabletown government, which is exemplified by Crane, which is sort of uncaring, elitist. And then there's this other seedier side that's got to pull on them. And all we really know so far is Georgie, and we heard the name of the Crooked Man. That's someone that Beauty took a loan out from. It's probably Dr. Swinehart.
I did as well as I could to take out the buckshot, but there's still some shards left embedded in your shoulder. They'll eventually worm their way out on their own, but until they do, you're going to be sore.
Bigby, Dr. Swinehart was appointed Fabletown physician for a reason.
It's okay. There's only one thing you have to take away from all this. Take it easy.
Not gonna happen.
Don't go looking for any more fights. Keep strain off your heart. And try
Yeah,
and get
how's
some
everybody
rest.
else doing?
How's everyone else? They all make it?
They're fine. I had everyone that got wounded sent home. Holly refused to let me see where she lived, so I left her and Grendel back at her bar with a dose of juniper and spring water. The Titans, Bigby. They'll be fine. Just remember what I said. The stitches won't hold up if you continue to act like you normally do. Everything in moderation. And eat more chicken. Their blood pressure's through the proverbial roof.
I'll try to.
All right then. Very good.
Thanks, Dr.
Business
Swinehart.
office. I know. I'll have to call you back. The town is starting to find out.
Well, I'll leave you two to it then. Miss White, Bigby.
Swinehart doesn't care. He's nice to have in your corner, apparently. So this is a mess.
So, to recap,
Crane watched me through the magic mirror uncover his room at the open arms, and then he smashed it so we couldn't use it ourselves to go after him. And we know this because Buffkin was drinking in the rafters. That about covered?
Thanks, Buffkin.
once he puts all the pieces back together, it'll be easy to catch Crane. So,
What's interesting is
I
that means
guess that's the
Crane
plan,
isn't protected.
currently. But I don't know.
There's no other leads. This is it. Just wait for the mirror.
Yeah. What the hell is going on? I don't know what the Tweedles get out of this. I don't know if Crane sent them. I don't know if... I mean, this...
You know,
is
that
gonna
would be
sound
a great
crazy,
way to
but
cover his
do
tracks.
you really think Crane did it? Everything points to him.
I'm gonna
I
answer...
get it, but do you really think he killed those women? Because it's just...
I'm gonna answer the way I did when I first played the game.
incomprehensible to me.
I'm as confused as you are, to be honest.
I don't think so.
Just doesn't make
He doesn't
sense.
seem like a double murderer.
He was a conniver, a coward, a liar, and I'll always hate him for that. And I'll hate him for how he held me in his thoughts. But murdering
That's legit.
prostitutes?
Ow!
Yeah.
Everything okay over there?
Yes, Miss White. Just cut myself on a piece of the glass. Nothing to worry about.
Thanks for tonight, by the way. That could have gone really terribly. I mean, even worse than it did. I'm glad you were there.
I just feel bad for Holly, really.
Yeah. Time heals everything eventually. At least, I hope so, for her sake.
She's pretty tough.
Can I, ask you a question? It's kind of
Sure.
personal. And I don't want to offend you, but after tonight,
I like this one. No.
it's on my mind.
Sure.
It's just, when stuff hits the fan, like it did tonight, it feels like before we came to the city. It feels kind of like home. And I've heard it said that maybe in some tiny little bottled up way deep inside, you kind of enjoy it when things go wrong.
It's going to be a
Because it
funny
gives you an
question for the jerk
excuse
Big B
to
Ron.
Just, stop pretending.
Fuck no, I don't enjoy it.
No.
Are you kidding me? It's horrible what happened tonight. I wish it didn't happen.
I shouldn't have said anything. Forget that I did.
It's okay.
Guys?
I don't know if...
We have a problem.
What is it?
I can't finish the mirror. It's missing a piece.
Uh-oh.
What do you mean, missing a piece?
Yes, it's,
Yep.
it's not here.
Crane must have taken a shard with him.
Oh, I can't believe this.
I saw Crane pick something up after he smashed it. I'm sorry, I didn't realize what it was until now.
The mirror can't work unless it's whole.
Well, that's not entirely true.
Or what, Buffkin? What? We sit around and wait until it mends itself? We have no idea how long that will take. We're just gonna have to do this the hard way.
I'm just saying, waiting is an option.
Yeah.
No. We can't depend on the mirror.
What exactly is the hard way?
We'll look through his things, his desk, everything. He had to have left something that tells us where he's going. He's a neat freak, but he was never that smart.
Smart enough to take a piece of the mirror. We can still solve this ourselves. I know
Never mind that. Come help me look.
Little conflict over ways to do this, but I think we should do both. I'm a big advocate of do everything and then just follow up on what works. Can't ask the mirror any questions this time. Well, let's see what all we've got to take a look at in the office.
Hi, Mr. Bigby. I can still help you catch Crane, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. I saw him jump on the telephone before he left. He called up somebody. He said he needed to see his witch, or that he would need to get to the witch for that. Whoever that is.
His witch?
Yes, it sounded like the one he got his snow blinders from.
That's a good lead.
You didn't see anything else, did you?
No, not especially.
Why didn't you try and stop him?
What do you want me to do, yank on his hair? I'm only 3 feet tall. There are limits here.
Okay.
Fair enough, Buffkin.
Look, the whole mirror thing, it's not your fault, right?
You mean it?
Yeah.
I'll just see if I can do anything about this.
You do that.
Well, there we go. Buffkin's a good guy. Monkey. Flying monkey thing. Yeah, nothing new in the book. Alright, let's go check out Crane's desk. What do we got? Oh ho!
What is it?
It's the key to his room at the open arms.
207.
You still haven't told me what was in there. I want to know. I need to know.
A lot of blood and flowers.
I keep thinking back. I keep replaying moments in my head. Interactions with him when he'd catch me in the elevator or bump into me outside. There's only so much you can repress, you know?
Yeah, she's had a pretty jacked up past.
Don't worry, Snow. We'll get him.
Come on, let's keep looking.
Alright, what do we got? Yep, Waylon Smith is a guy who lives out on the farm, and obviously conditions out there are pretty bad. We don't know that Crane addressed that in any way. Thanks, Boy Blue. So, again, more fables having troubles. These aren't the rich ones, though, so they get the shaft. You know, this could be all too much for one person, but delegation is a thing, Ichabod. That sounds like Toad.
Did Crane ever do any work?
Only when Cole was around.
Yeah, it's a shame that King Cole is gone. There we go. Annual Compendium of Authorized Articles. Sort of an obtuse name, but
There's
whatever.
a page here that was torn out.
Oh, yeah?
A
Buffy,
ring.
do you know what was here?
It's a ring, at least. Every magical item not retained in the armory is assigned to someone in Fabletown. It must be this witch he is going to see.
Wait, what witch?
Buffkin overheard Crane set up a meeting with the witch.
Well, yes, it sounded like the one he got his, glamours from. It must be about this ring.
Why not mention this before?
No one asked me.
Buffkin!
And I'm hungover. I'm sorry.
I asked him.
He set the meeting at 2 a.m. tonight.
What's going on? Is the mirror fixed yet?
Bluebeard, this isn't the time.
Is the mirror
Hey,
fixed?
Bluebeard.
You called me
I called just to see if you knew where Crane could be, and that was it, okay? And I'm sorry I said anything more than that.
Well, you did, and I know. The cat's out of the bag. So, can we find the dull pervert or not?
I tried to,
This isn't your concern.
I don't know why Snow told you anything.
He and Crane talk all the time, okay?
That's kind of a
He was
jerky thing.
resource, albeit one that turned out to be useless.
We hardly talk all the time. Besides, why spend time on such gutter snipe?
Look, this just isn't the time. He took a piece of the mirror, so we can't use it.
The only thing we know is that Crane's going to see a witch at 2 o'clock.
Buffkin.
AM or PM?
AM.
Listen,
It's too late now.
You're not a part of this.
I don't think you're in any position to turn away help.
What do you know about Crane anyway?
That he has the stones to kill prostitutes like any common sex-frightened serial killer and not face a real challenge.
Look, we know that Crane is going to
It's
see
rich
a witch,
coming from
and
you.
it's to acquire a magic ring.
What's the ring?
We don't know what it does or who it's assigned to since Crane tore its page out of the book.
This farce was your ridiculous idea for a plan. Who put you in charge in the first place?
Fixing the mirror was the most logical
You're
thing.
a secretary. He's the sheriff. And none of you were chosen to run this office. Who elected you to make these decisions?
Nobody.
Power play.
Who elected her to spend my money?
Well, I've been doing that unofficially for years now.
Unofficially is not officially.
Snow can obviously handle this, so let's drop it.
Well then, excuse me for having the Commonwealth in mind.
Bluebeard, you do not have the Commonwealth in mind.
All right, let's just look on the bright side. We know Crane is going to see the witch that's been supplying him black market glamours.
Thanks to me.
And that he'll be there at 2.
Buffkin.
So that gives us a few short hours to find out who it is and where they live and get them all at once.
And a few shorter hours, the
Yep.
more you babble about it.
We haven't been the ones babbling.
Yeah. Just point in the direction you want me to check first.
Since Lily used the glamours, she'd have known who the witch was. And I don't think Holly's burned her things yet. It would probably have the address or a phone number or something.
And Bigby is free to go there if he likes. But I think the question you should be asking is just what do the two Tweedles know about this?
It doesn't matter what they know. After tonight, they'd never go to their office.
They're not smart enough to try and
That's a
go
fair
anywhere
question,
else.
though.
Trip Trap is the better option to track the witch down. That has to be our focus.
If Holly has Lily's things, that'd probably be the safer bet.
I don't really care what you two do. I'm
Don't
going
take that as an
to-
endorsement.
What? You can't just go up there.
And why the hell not?
We already looked for the key, remember? I don't know where it is.
Then I'll pick the blasted lock. I've wasted enough time waiting for the mirror to find it. I won't waste any more.
You just can't go up there alone, all right?
I've no interest in nicking his drapes, my dear, if that's what concerns you.
What concerns me is you traipsing through possible evidence.
Oh, now it's evidence.
Yeah, he is.
Before you had no interest, and now it's a crime scene.
Bluebeard, just stay out of it, all right? You'll just mess things up further.
They can't get any more messed up.
We have to find the witch, Bluebeard, since that's where he's going.
He's
Or
being
the
pretty
sniveling
pushy.
Weasel chickened out. Never went anywhere. And is upstairs right now in his pitiful penthouse, crafting a fort out of couch cushions. Look, this is how a smart person would do it. So this is how we're going to do it. Wherever you go, I'll go to the other.
I don't like you going anywhere unsupervised. He's up to something. I don't know what it is, but we don't have the time to really worry about it now. Where are you gonna go, Bigby?
Okay. This is branching decision point, and I really appreciate this. The first choice we had was pretty good between Toad and Lawrence, and the next big decision point like this, they've done another excellent job.
I'd love to join you, but there's some business I need to attend to.
No, I'm better off dealing with things alone. I don't need sympathy and I don't need cheer.
Bluebeard was pushing pretty hard to go to Crane's apartment. At the same time, the Tweedles are pretty involved in this whole thing, and I'd love to know what they've got going. See if we can find more about who they're working for, see if Crane employed them, etc. And Holly, I mean, they might have something left on her stuff. I really don't like the idea of Bluebeard going to see her. And if we get there too late, then all of the effects of Lily might be burnt, and we might lose any evidence we might have. So this is where I'm going to break it off. It is up to you. Vote in the thread or on the comments section below. I will take all that into consideration, and we will go where you point me to next time.